show. I mean, we did have Gunrunner get picked. 10 of the 20 current vetoed picked maps across all of our Chumps matches are Gunrunner, so you can definitely see some favoritism across the league towards this map.
Gotcha. Well, it should be a good matchup no matter what. As far as the first matchup, the first game mode is hard point, and you're going to see Coalition is, I believe, the good side, if I'm correct. Am I
I
wrong in
believe
that?
so.
Okay. Yep.
Yes, there should be New York on screen, and they are starting on the good side.
Okay, so a lot of times what you'll see is they're going to try to push and flip that spawn just south of that warehouse. So the team that starts on the west side of the map, they're going to push. Usually they push right past P1. They might divert one or two guys to just keep it contested, keep those points going to that other team. But I see a lot of times that this map really comes down to is solid rotation and managing those spawns. And so I'm excited to see how both these teams play it out.
Yep, well, we are going to get started here, and we are going to have the rip as New York and Dallas are both heading in towards the first hard point. We are going to
You know,
see Gucci's running an 8K. This is new.
that's not something you see very often too with
No, but
hardpoint.
you
Just
do see the
completely.
big play there is Dallas. All of Dallas is wrapping all
Oh,
the way around the outer edges into the back spawn.
fantastic! Wow,
So
what a
right out of
move
the
on
gate,
Dallas.
Dallas
Dallas
is going to flip the spawns.
Oh, that was an explosive move by the Dallas Flat Tires, flanking completely around the map as an entire team. And New York SubPar is completely caught unaware. We do have first blood going to New York SubPar. Snoop making things happen for his side.
Yep, MJ's going to pick up another one as he's kind of working his way around the shipping crates here. But right now, the real battle is going down on the back end as Row will drop. You can see Dallas is holding that back spawn. Yeah, I believe that's number 3 on the mini map. Is trying to work his way towards that back spawn, but it is being held by JT.
You've got New York, or I'm sorry, Dallas putting up some much needed points for that first P1 rotation. You do have Dallas already in that the munitions warehouse getting ready for P2, and P2 did just spawn, and Dallas already has it. They're maintaining a pretty solid league. If you guys see, by the way, right now there is a Codcaster bug. There's not really much we can do about it, but depending on what player we're looking at, the scores will actually flip. So a good thing to remember is look at the color of the actual hardpoint and correlate that with the score that's actually increasing right now. New York is actually able to, I think they flipped the spawn. They're holding munitions, and they're actually bringing back some much needed points right now.
Yep, they are actually in the lead by 20 points now, as New York did secure most of the hill time on the first hill, and they are securing the current setup in the second hill. And all of Dallas is kind of moving around the edges. You do see number 8 already going on the rotation. That's Alt F4 who's going in, but they are going to basically do their best to contest the current time and then secure hill number 3. As you can see, they're already set up there on the
Nice
mini
little
map.
top down. That was a nice little top down flank by Herbie. Good playing there. Good map. It was really good map awareness, I think.
Yep, but we are going to have the push coming in as JT falls mid-map. Number 2 from New York actually did get behind the defensive lines of Dallas, but they was actually picked off. So the spawns will stay in favor of Dallas for the time being, as they're kind of, well, you have MG kind of pushing up. They're kind of moving up down the train tracks here, and they are going to push back the push from New York as round 2 comes in as New York floods towards the hard point.
It looks like, and I apologize earlier. The Codcaster bug actually started messing with my head there when it was flipping, and so I was completely backwards when I was talking. But right now, Dallas is making some good moves. They're closing that gap. It was about a 30-point game, and they've actually closed it to less than a 10-point game. They're holding P3 right around that coal pretty well. They're dug in. I'm curious to see how well they're going to rotate though to those shipping containers, because you do see, if you look in that southern part of the map, New York SubPar is already rotating down. They're already dug in, and New York, they're already picking people off trying to push that spawn. A good move on their part for sure.
Yep, we are going to see the New York is going to be set up for the 4th hard point as Dallas is kind of working their way around the middle of the map here. And Dallas does have the good spawns as well, so they will be set up for P5. So right now they are actually in a pretty good position, even though they are currently they are about to lose the lead now to New York. So overall, Dallas is actually in a pretty favorable position in terms of where they are right now. I'd like to see New York kind of move around towards the back half of the map to get those spawns for P5, but right now they are basically just making the most of their time on the hill. Yep, we are going to see with about 15 seconds to go on the hill, Dallas is just kind of pushing to kind of contest and interfere with this time while the rest of the team is rotating. MJ is really doing that forward amount of time
You
and
do
pushing up.
see, looking in that pre-rotation, you see that Dallas is already controlling that boxes area, leading into the P3 area, maintaining that spawn around the warehouse. They're in really good position to control the P5 hard point for a large portion of the score, and is definitely needed to close the gap. It's a very close game right now, and Dallas is going to have to make some things happen, and get some form of a lead to get themselves into a favorable position.
Yep, we do have, well, all of New York is kind of just spread out around the middle of the map at the moment. They can't do a whole lot as really Dallas is just kind of holding this outer line. JT's got the Ram 7 out, which is seems to only be a viable weapon on Gunrunner, apparently. No one runs it on any other map. But yeah, you can see Alta 4 is picking up 2 kills on the feed. The kill feed is all Dallas right now, as they are going to basically secure every second of this time, as New
They
York didn't get anywhere
absolutely
close to this hill.
They absolutely dominated P5, which is going to be very big for them right now. Again, it's going to give them that much needed cushion leading in back into P1, and you can see P1's already shaping up to be heavily contested. I'm curious to see if the Dallas is going to try to flip that spawn, or if New York's going to meet them and try to defend it. As of now, it does look like New York has secured the spawn for P2. And actually, not a lot of action going on in P1 right now. It's just mostly contested.
Yeah, Purby cleans up a couple there in the middle, but you do see the flanks kind of coming in from Dallas, as we do have number 9 on the minimaps heading towards the back. I think he snuck by, actually, the New York players that were back there. He does manage to get his way back, so if he wins this gunfight, he will secure spawns, actually. His Thornbush
Yep,
spawns
looks
immediately,
like
like, right inside.
Yeah, it looks like Dallas was able to secure that spawn, and New York is capitalizing on the pressure pulled off of P1 to capture some critical points and close the gap on the uh, the lead that Dallas has over New York SubPar at the moment.
Yep, we do have, well, New York is going to finish up, get the last of the scrap time on P1, as they will close the lead to about 30 points or so. As Hill will spawn for P2, and Dallas is set up in the hard point and ready to go.
These
As
last
Dakota's
two
kind of sneaking his way around the edge here, he is going to find one.
These last two hard points have been very favoring Dallas. They've done a good job of rotating early, digging in, controlling those spawns, and just absolutely defending the hard point for almost the entire time. It's going to be very big for Dallas in this match.
Yep. Well, the kill feed just lit up entirely New York, actually, as they just cleaned house. As they come in charging, and Dakota picks up 3 in the hill.
Yeah, Dakota was on a 6-kill streak
actually.
there. Well,
Yep, he
well
is going to
played,
drop,
Dakota.
though, and it does look like the hard point is going to go to New York. So they are going to get the last 15 seconds or so, as Dallas has already rotated around for P3, and they're already set up. So New York, well, as Dakota just runs right into the guns, as he finds out very quickly that Dallas is already trenched in.
Still less than a 30-point game going into P3, right around that coal. Dallas is dug in, but if Dakota gets on another spree, might be able to go in and clear him out and flip that spawn in their favor.
Yep. Well, it is going to be another push coming in, as the second push will start up from the side of New York, as Deguchi's going to pick up one. He picks up a second, too, as that might have just paved the way for New York to come charging through this hard point and pick it up.
It's going to still be difficult, though. Dallas is hanging on to the spawns right around the warehouse boxes area. It does look like New York was able to capture that hard point, and they're holding on to it. But you've got Dallas that's all spawning in, and it looks like Dallas is actually sending people south to the containers. If you look, I think that's Thornbush going to the containers area. However, New York SubPar is wise to that, and they sent Poncho, one of their own, to also secure that spawn. So it's going to be a little bit bloody in a couple of seconds as they both meet up and realize that they both have the same idea.
Yep. Well, Poncho is going to be out back, because you can see Dallas has like this kind of defensive line set up around P4 here, as one of their players goes down. Poncho picks off one. I believe he got a second. Oh, and actually, no, that was his teammate. Never mind. As we are going to have the swarm coming in, entering the hard point, as everybody literally runs inside, as Dallas is going to be the team standing after the dust settles here. Gucci's going to pick up one. He will drop to a second. As it's
Looks
kind
like
of just a mess going on here. Well, as Dallas has cracked the 200-point mark right now on this hard point.
it's still
Right
less
as I
than a
say that,
30-point
actually,
game.
yeah, it goes right back to New York, so they are keeping this close.
Looks like I think that was Thornbush was on a 5 kill streak, I believe, right before he fell, and was actually clearing out a majority of that hard point. Was able to do some damage against against New York. Looks like New York does take over P4. However, early rotation is happening. You've got almost all of Dallas is rotating back to that warehouse area in preparation of that box's spawn. It's very critical for them holding this hard point the entire time. And actually, the last round, last rotation, they were able to hold this hard point for every second, and it's going to be critical for New York to go in and route them, dig them out if they're going to make something happen here.
Yep, that is going to be. Well, New York is knocking on the front door here. As I think they did
Oh,
spot Snoop as well. Snoop's pretty lucky, ran out of ammo there actually, as well. Oh, I didn't even realize the score was that close, but that is the victory for Dallas.
well, there you guys have it. Dallas takes game one. We've got game two coming up very soon. Shocker, it's Gunrunner, search and destroy.
Yep, as we are going to see this nice little three-piece coming out of Dakota as a match play the game there.
That was a solid play, man. Absolutely beaming, slaying fools.
Yep, there you go. That is going to be 250 to 190. Dallas will be taking map one over the New York SubPar. And we'll be right back with map two.
Thank you for your patience as we got that all sorted out. We are back, match two, Gunrunner, S&D. As I was saying before, you're going to have much slower pace, careful play. Both teams are going to work to get themselves into a good, solid defensive position, picking them off one by one, no respawns. Sync, you got any strats here? Anything that you'd like to add in?
I mean, ideally, you usually see attack on their way over to the B's bomb site because it is facing towards them, and it usually is easier to attack usually. But as you can see, Dallas has allocated a lot of players over here, and the bomb is down. Dakurt is left in a 1v4. He's got a tall task ahead of him as well. He does pick up one and gets away with his life. But he's going to walk right into the guns of somebody else,
Dallas
and he
absolutely
will go
cutting
down.
apart New York subpar in round one, best of 12. Right? No, sorry, best of 12.
That's
Best of 11. Good lord.
yeah.
Absolutely cutting them up. Best of 11 as we switch sides.
Yep, this will be Dallas going on the attack this time. Let's see. I mean, we have seen a bunch of teams dedicate full hits towards A, but normally it is like a B mid map push that you see off the rip, and you can see here Dallas will be going for that mid map push towards the B site. As the nades come flying out, Dakota will take a hit from something. He's going to fall
First
back
blood
and chuck a
goes
nade
to
out himself.
Dallas.
Is that a scar? That is a scar. As the bomb does go down, actually, for Dallas, as Poncho's going to win that gunfight on Snoop, and MJ will immediately trade him out. So this
But
is
you
now going to
gotta
be a 4v2. 4v1 now, as it's all up to MJ Rowe to defend the bomb plant. He is going to pick up one, but they know his position now, and he is going to fall, and that will be the defuse now coming in. And it's going to be tied 1-1.
pretty much had like a trade back and forth. One team cut the other up pretty early on, lost that early momentum, and just sort of fell based on, I guess, law of numbers. So right now we have Dallas on the attack, correct?
Yes. Or, excuse me, no. Dallas on the defense. New York will be attacking.
Thank you.
As you're going to see, Gucci is going to be heading his way towards the A bomb site here. He's probably going to run interference, and I guess actually he has a scar too.
Although Snoop was meeting him there, he was ready for him and took him out. First blood actually went to Herbie, but then Snoop following up really early on.
If Snoop is going to get it out, his Poncho is going to work his way around the back here of Shipman. As he's going to find three players in front of him, as he will drop one, and he will barely squeak away with his life. As he is going to live to fight another day, as that nade goes right on the shipping container. That was an interesting fallback mechanic. As he is not going to win that gunfight, but that trade is immediately going to be traded out.
Yep. We got a 2-2 right now. Actually, 1v2 advantage
Actually,
going to Dallas.
one-on-one now.
Oh,
It's going to be Joey 4K versus JT. The bomb is down.
Oh, it looks like Joey's caught. Is he caught unaware?
Nope, he's Well, he did. It looks like he did hear Jay, and Jay. It does have basically about 10 seconds now to defuse the bomb, find Joey and defuse. So we're gonna see if this happens. But Joey's playing this fantastically. He's just kind of peeking out. He's not risking his life. He is now gonna peek out. He is gonna drop Jay, and that is gonna be 2-1 now in favor of New York.
That one was fantastic. It was close. Well played
Just
by
very
both
well
teams.
played. Very well played by Joey here as he kind of just peeked out, checked that there was no one on the bomb, hopped away, peeked out again, and there's not a whole lot that JT could do. JT had to hunt him down in that case.
He definitely had the advantage going to the attackers in that situation, or I guess I should say defenders. He's defending the bomb at that point. He can just plant the bomb and let them come to him.
Yep, but we are going to see, it looks like another B attack coming in from Dallas as they're sending two players down the middle. As JT is going to get picked off right out of the gate. As Delta 4 is going to have Gucci in front of him, but right now it will be a one-man advantage for New York.
You got New York posting up right now. Very little movement, controlling those lanes. Very, very slow movement by Dallas, working the trees area, trying to push that. It looks like a B bomb site push.
Yep, well, Gucci did take out a second player and then was killed by a perfect nade coming out of Alt F4, as it is going to be a 3-on-4 right now in favor of New York as they are defending this bomb site.
New
And they're
York
rotating
absolutely
everybody over.
locking down the B bomb site right now. I'm curious to see, with as much defense that New York has on the B bomb site, if Dallas is going to just kind of flip the script and go after that A bomb site. And it looks like it was a B bomb site push. Unfortunately, New York was dug in and defending like crazy. They took them out.
Yep, that was honestly, it was just like the rotation came in and Dallas was just kind of met with a brick wall in front of him. Well, we are going to see off the rip. Dallas is currently, excuse me, Dallas is down 1-3 in round count right now. It looks like it's actually going to be an A hit coming out of New York. And Dallas only has two players over here, but the quick rotation's coming in. New York has to go now. They have to go before they get flagged because you can already see New York is bringing two players up behind. That's a great shot actually out of Gucci.
I think what's going to happen is they're going to get boxed in. They're pretty much covered right now. They lost a little bit of momentum. They didn't take advantage of it. I think they're going to get caught out in the open here.
Yep, well, it is I mean, as I say that, it is now evened out as a 2v2 with the bomb on the floor. It has not been planted yet, as we are going to see Gucci pushing up here, up into somebody's face. As well, where is it on the map? JT's coming all the way around the back. Actually,
Good
next to, but
shot
that was
by
JT
Gucci.
that just went down. So the bomb is being planted, and I think right as he gets off the bomb, he will drop. So Stoop will drop to Kurta, and it's a 1v1 now. And Snoop versus Gucci. Gucci with 2 on the round already. As he is looking around, he's not going to spot him, actually, and Gucci's going to bring him down. That's 4-1 now in favor of New York. As yeah, Gucci picking a nice angle here around the edge as you heard him coming. The pre-fire comes in, and he will drop him. Yep, this will be Dallas now on the attack. Going into the next round, they're down 4-1. They got to get something going here, and honestly, winning an attacking round would ideally be where it's at. As MG's kind of set up in the middle, there is a player in bathrooms, and there is a player to the building on his left.
You see New York right now, they actually had a lot of aggression. They pushed, and they're trying to do that relatively decent map control. I want to see if it pays off for them. Currently, there is, unfortunately, a 5-3 advantage to Dallas at the moment. Maybe New York might have pushed a little too far forward. We do have a B bomb site drop going on right now. New York's got to make something happen, and it's going to be very difficult for them to dig out. Not only is the bomb already down, but Dallas actually outnumbers them currently.
Well, New York just brought it back actually there as they pick up 2 kills, so it is now going to be a 3-on-2 with the bomb down, 30 seconds to go as it's all down to Herbie now in a 1v3. And there's not a whole lot as well. He does spot out one, and he is not going to get on the second. And that will be Dallas picking up the round. Well, well, Dallas is going to be fighting back now, and that's they're going to go in the next round now, only down 2 rounds. Yep. Right off the rip, we are going to see one player, I believe that's Gucci again, heading towards the A bomb site to run interference, just like he did last time. As we are going to see like a mid map setup. Thornbush is in a very aggressive position here, actually, looking down mid map, just behind this rock. But he is going to see there's a ton of players around him, that he is going to get caught from the side. He will go down.
I think you got a pretty decent push going on by Dallas Flat Tires into the B bomb site.
Yep, you do see JT will pick up one, MJ another, as Herbie's kind of scrambling around right now. But it is going to be a 2v2 as JT picks up one. He will not pick up a second. And just like that, all of New York drop again, and Dallas picks up another round. Yep. They're going to let their Deddy charge up as much as they can before they defuse the bomb. They're letting everything carry over, and that will be the round win for them.
Maybe for those who are watching who don't know what you just said there, can you explain that?
Yep. So dead silence is one of the field upgrades that is very valuable actually in search and destroy, especially for flanks. And they do charge over time. I believe it's by score and by time. So by using those extra seconds that the bomb defusal will give you at the end, if you let the bomb tick down longer, you can charge up that field upgrade a little longer.
Gotcha. Good explanation. Thank you. That was mostly for the people watching, but also maybe for me, allegedly.
Yep, but we are gonna see push is gonna be coming in towards the B bomb site by Dallas. What I'd really like to see here in this and especially is to see one of the Dallas players pick up a sniper rifle and sit in the back because New York is always going to be set up by those containers, and the one shot kill is potential is just an incredible threat that would prevent New York from peeking out too often.
Oof.
But well, Gucci
Wow.
just freaking knife somebody, and he's gonna almost pick up a third as Snoop
New
does
York
actually
is
pick up
cutting
that kill.
apart Dallas pretty early on here.
It is a 2v3 though. Thornbush and Snoop against the rest of their team as the bomb is actually gonna go down. And
Oh,
there goes
there's a
Thornbush,
snipe.
there goes Snoop. So that's gonna be a map point coming up for New York.
Good final
Yep.
kill by Joey there.
It's gonna be 5-3. We do have an update from Bravo Stream. Florida's currently 2-0 in the lead over there. And
Fantastic shot.
Division 2 match. But yes, this is now a map point.
We got a little bit of a mid-map push. New York trying to decide what they want to do. They're flanking down south, making a pretty traditional B bomb site push. Dallas is actually posting up pretty solid defense. I think they've got Snoop watching that A bomb site. You've got kind of like an overwatch position by fault line at the moment, kind of I guess bouncing between the two lanes there. And right now I think we're going to have a pretty aggressive push by New York. I think they're going to be trying to drop the bomb fairly soon. And is that a bomb drop? It's a little
The
bit.
bomb is down on the floor. Yes, bomb is planted. So we're counting down 40 seconds. MJ is going to walk around the edge. She will take shots at one. Will get picked up by Dakota. Puncher will pick up Snoop. And it is all down to alt F4 right now as he is going to get beat down for the final kill. And that is going to be New York taking the map. 6-3.
Pretty solid play by both teams. I think we just had a few really key matches where it was just kind of one-sided, but all in all, for the rest of the matches, it was pretty even.
Yeah, but we do have Gucci leading his team there, 13-6. Just absolutely leading the way for his team as he did pick up a lot of crucial kills and a lot of distraction kills as well as he spent a good portion of the map kind of running that flank position or the lurker position just around the edges of the map and picking up kills basically when Dallas was not expecting it. So he played it very well.
And then coming up next, we've got, well, Gunrunner again, a little bit of different flavor for you guys. Gunrunner domination. You got any strats? Anything you want to add in as far as what you're excited to see? Some strategies you want to see from the teams? Anything like that?
Well, Gunrunner, I'd like to see a lot of flips coming in, especially since so much time effort is spent, like launching yourself towards the B bomb site, or sorry, the B flag. So I'd like to see a lot of spawn flipping coming in for the A. We did see in the EU match, it did happen a couple times, but we're gonna find out what happens in this match later on.
All right, with that, we will be right back. We are back. Match 3, New York, SubPar versus Dallas Flat Tire. Game 3 is map Gunrunner Domination. We've got pretty heavily contested control and spawns. You want that AB spawn control as much as possible. Hold that, and I do apologize, AB flag hold as much as possible. Maintain that warehouse boxes spawn. Hold those lanes. Sync. Give me some strats.
Well, we are going to see Dallas or New York off the rip. You do see number 5 working his way all the way. Oh, Snoop picks up a nice nade there to secure the B flag. But you did see some of New York's players heading down through the forest. You want to kind of wrap all the way back around towards the A warehouse to kind of secure that A side spawn for a flip. Because A is the preferred side on this map. And what is this? What am I looking at? Is this a 100 mag kilo? Okay,
Apparently.
well, anyways, kill feed all Dallas, as they do pick up A, B, and they are going to hold themselves here. So this is the position you want to be in on Gunrunner domination. You want to be sitting pretty. You want to be looking down the lane towards the B flag, and you want to block off any possibility of anyone kind of coming around for the flip. As you do see C flag getting neutralized there, and Snoop's going to pop out and do it again. So there's another neutralization coming in. And yeah, New York is going to fall behind here pretty early with the AB setup, actually. I mean, just I say that, actually, they do neutralize B as well.
Still in favor of Dallas, however, they are capping the only flag at the moment. I'm curious to see what route New York is going to take. I would imagine their advantageous would be to take that forest, the tree side, try to flank around and flip that spawn on them. But you do have, I think, that Snoop right now guarding that southern flank really, really well. He's been playing really well this game.
Yep, he has been, and you're going to see, well, coming out of it right now is you are going to see Snoop getting back over the neutralization on C again. He will get cut, actually, and go down.
Right now, we
see
do
Snoop
have a
leading the way for
BC
his team. 7-3, the captain is stepping up.
BC cap right now. Advantage is for New York currently. Putting pressure on the B flag. However, it does look like Dallas was able to push them back enough to start at least neutralizing, if not capture the B flag. New York right now doesn't seem to be very interested in flipping spawns. I think they're just going to be trying to push that aggression, hold C, defend C, and push B as much as possible.
Yep, we do have. There was an attempted neutralization onto A that was quickly neutralized right now. As you do see kind of an overextension coming out of Dallas, and if you're New York, this is really the best time to get around as the neutralization comes in on C again. It doesn't look like anyone's noticed, as we are going to get MJ Rose going to get away with the steal here, as he will neutralize the flag, and he actually will fully cap it right now. So B is going to go in favor of New York, but Dallas is going to pull ahead with this 20-point lead right now. As you do have the 100 mag kilo is still a thing, actually. It's still just picks off both Joey and Snoop. I am very surprised to see that in here, honestly. I find it hilarious. But you do see on the minimap, number 4 for New York. Ideally, if he pushes up around, this would be perfect for him to go for the flag cap, or even just to neutralize and be a nuisance. But you haven't seen any real push come in from New York at all.
As we say that, it looks like we do have a southern push going right now by New York. I think they're going to actually be able to flip the spawn. I believe that was Snoop that did just spawn in. I bet he's going to go in and do his best to start challenging. He did, succeeded. We've got, is that Dakota and Snoop. Kind of their two, I guess, beamers, in my opinion, of the match at the moment, going at it. And Dakota was able to best Snoop in that. I think he was able to successfully flip the spawn here. And the question is Dallas going to actually be able to meet them and get their spawn back?
Yeah, but we do have the AB cap now coming in for New York, as the guns are beginning to light up, and they will neutralize the G flag.
Absolutely
so actually,
huge.
So this is a big flip, actually. This is a trip cap for New York. They are going to slowly pull this lead back. They will probably take the lead, actually, if Dallas can't do anything soon about this, as they are split up all over the map.
Moves. Yeah, you do
As
have kind
number
of a
four.
lot of scattering going on right now. I think you're going to slowly see teams start to consolidate back to each other. Dallas was able to resecure the A spawn. That's going to be very, very good news for them. And it does look like they're making a solid coordinated push on that B flag. New York kind of gets their team coordinated, consolidated back together, and they rally and push the B flag. It does look like Dallas, however, is probably going to be able to best them right now just by sheer numbers. And as I say that, they are able to neutralize and probably cap that flag. However, we do have, I think, yet another spawn flip southern push by New York SubPar, and I think these are going to be at least be able to neutralize it.
Yep. See, this is what I wanted to see earlier in the match, to see this big push coming towards the A side from New York, because you want this A side. It gives you such an advantage to look down train tracks towards the B flag. But it didn't come in until the very end, but they were able to successfully get the trip cap at it for a couple points here. And they will lock in BC for the final tick of the flag, as we are going to see Dallas going into this into the second half with a 7-point lead. But really, you want to see something bigger than this, especially when you're starting on the preferred side. You want to have a bigger lead essentially
Some
after trying to
absolutely
better
monster
advantage.
plays by New York. They close the gap on that lead. Two very crucial spawn flips, and I think that's really what's keeping them in the game here. Early on, I was a little nervous for them that it was going to be an early game, but I think they rallied, they got their stuff together, and they made that push. That was huge. Were they able? They were able to secure a trip cap there. Yes.
Yes.
Well played by New York. Well played.
Yep, we are going to see Dallas now starting. I want to see what Dallas does off the rip here and to see if they are going to go for some big push, because you did see map one right off the rip. They knew exactly where they had to go for the preferred spawns. So I want to see if map two, if on map three, excuse me, actually, if they do the exact same thing going the other
I
way. So I'd love to see a big force push come out of them.
I do think they're going to make a push. I've been watching the as they play. D- New York, they're very aggressive, but Dallas, they seem to be a little bit more technical, and they favor those rotations and they favor the spawns. And I think we're going to see a very big push almost immediately by Dallas. And I'm curious to see how well New York can step up and challenge and hold that.
Yep, but we are going to see. Well, you do see actually New York is going to meet them in the forest here, as you do see Dallas flooding their way down the bottom. I mean, they barely capped their own flag, and look at that, they're already on the A site or on A flag. Snoop will pick up two. JT will secure the spawns out in the back, and just like that, AB is going to Dallas.
That was a good push by Dallas for sure. That's kind of what I was assuming is they would just make that big aggressive push. They know the advantage there. And say what you will about New York, maybe not playing those spawns very well. Where they lack in playing those spawns, they make up with in sheer aggression. I mean, you saw many times they had that BC cap, and they're just throwing their bodies at that B flag, and more often than not, they'd come out on top. So, I mean, two different strategies, two different play styles, but ultimately it's working pretty well for both teams.
Yep. Well, right now we do have Dallas holding down AB after that great first push, and actually number three, Herbie is going to get around the back of Dallas, as they are going to spawn out in the back. But Herbie is kind of sneaking his way towards his A flag, and if he can sneak in behind Dallas, that'll be huge.
You've got New York posting up. It's actually not a bad lane to control here. You do have straight shot down on that A flag. You can control that mid-map section as well. Keep people off of the C flag from neutralizing it. But right now, again, as I said before, Dallas they know how to play the spawns, but New York, they are aggressive and they are they're making up for it by just pushing hard, and they've got that BC cap at the moment.
Yep. What you do see is Herbie's going to come in behind three players. He's going to pick up all of them.
That was
And
dirty.
that's
That
gonna
was some good
that's
shooting by
gonna free
Herbie.
up the New York flag, the B flag for New York, as they are gonna take it and they are gonna start bringing the points back here.
Well played, Herbie. I think he's on a 3-kill streak at the moment. That is massive for their team.
Herbie will pick up another. He will pick up five, actually. Six! As the
Herbie
kill
going
feed
ham
lights
right
up
now.
entirely New York right now, as Dallas has been spawned out at the C flag. And that
It
does
looks
mean
like
there's gonna be a temporary trip cap here, or excuse me, no, A was just neutralized. And actually that might have been a mistake, because that took the foot off the gas pedal there. As you can see, the C flag will go in Dallas's favor. A flag is in Dallas's favor. As everyone's just all over the map, honestly, right now.
this is a very entertaining matchup to watch. I love it when you have two equally as effective but opposite strategies going head to head. I mean, it's volatile. You know, it's like mixing oil and water. It shouldn't work, but man, oh man, is it working right now for both teams?
Yep, well, we're gonna see Herbie is gonna get back to the C flag and neutralize it as the gunfights are going down on B. It looks like Dallas has one out on B site. B flag actually. As Alta 4 is gonna pick up a pair of kills. It's gonna be B flag right now. So with 2 minutes to go, it's a 8-point lead.
And it looks like Dakota is taking advantage of a little bit of a distracted Dallas team. The question is, oh, he was taken out, but I was curious to see if they're going to try to make that southern push, try to flip that A spawn back in their favor for New York. Right now, it does look like a 2-flag cap advantage. I think you're going to see a lot less aggression, a lot less overextension by Dallas as they know, kind of dig in and don't push too far ahead. And if they can keep that, maintain decent map control, they can hold it here.
Yep, well, we do see Dallas is, Snoop is clearing house on the hill, but he is actually going to go down as Poncho and Dakota will clear it up. And that is going to be B going in favor of New York right now, New York is going to start pushing down towards the train tracks. You do see Gucci running out back here towards the C flag as like a gatekeeper right now, but there's nobody home as all of Dallas is kind of setting up. Well, coming back in off spawn as Thornbush is going to pick up 2, and he's almost going to pick up a 3rd here. Snoop will actually finalize that, and this will be the B flag now going towards Dallas.
Oh, that was an absolutely huge flash or stun that he just threw there. Thornbush is in really good position.
Yep, that prevented. Snoop comes in on a big flank as well. And Dallas is going to carry an 8-point lead right now as we hit the last 30 seconds. As New York really has to make a move right now towards this flag.
Here when it Sync when it wow, massive
Thornbush
place by
all
Thornbush.
3.
I think
He's
that
gonna
might
find
have
a 4th in front of him. Nope, but that will, yep, you're right. That will secure it as New York is not going to be able to come back from this bar trip cap. Actually, even with a trip cap, I don't believe they can. So this is going to be map 3 going in favor of Dallas. Hard fought
Thornbush,
out.
yeah, Thornbush single-handedly fighting off a massive final push by New York. That was some good shooting on his part.
Yep, and that will be Dallas coming out with a win, 162 to 141. And that was very well fought out actually overall. There was just a lot of people going towards the B flag as you are going to see Herbie picking up a whole whack of kills here as he does pick up 3.
Yeah, we're gonna have to clip that one. Herbie went ham.
He ran into that 6 spree of him. Yeah, you can see Herbie leading the way on his team, 21 and 18. You have Snoop, the captain, leading the way for his team. Thornbush right behind him at 25 kills. But it did end up with a 20-point lead in favor of Dallas. The kills came in at the right times for them, and they made it work. So that's the end of map 3. We will be back shortly with map 4, Hackney Yards, Hardpoint. Stay tuned.
We are back, match 4, Hackney Yard, Hardpoint. We've got the Dallas Flat Tires versus the New York SubPar. Sync, give me some strats, man.
Well, we do have the preferred side, I guess, respawns, as we all know, is the Hardpoint. First garage is usually just an absolute mess, as we are going to have Snoop charging right in here, actually, as the Hardpoint Wiz is going to pop in a few seconds. And the spawns will be fought out, as you can kind of see New York did that northern side push, and Dallas is kind of just arrayed in this wall across the right side of the map, protecting their spawn. As it's kind of just, they're just set up really for defense for the second hardpoint and trying to stay alive. And basically just get as much time on this first hole as possible, which from the looks of it is going actually pretty well for them, despite them only having 2 players over here in this area.
You do, it looks like you've got, is that Thornbush holding that useless building outside the fiery car? Is that just called fire, right? Is that what the cool cats are calling it nowadays? But
I believe so.
It looks like he was trying to set up for that spawn going into tire shop P2. Unfortunately, he was taken out, but Dallas was able to maintain that spawn, and it's going to put them in really good position for the early rotation on P2 in the tire shop.
Yep, well, we do see with about 8 seconds to go on this hill, New York is going to be picking up the time. They did pick up about 30 seconds of this as Dallas was playing defense for this hill. As Joey's actually going to sneak up the back here, and they have no idea as he picks off the kill, and he will actually secure the hill for the time being as he's going to fight off it. Wow. I'm not actually sure if he got that kill, but that was huge, actually. He picks up another. He's going to pick up a 3rd. As Joey's going crazy in the hill right now as we finally will get cleaned up. And all
Oh,
that defense that was played by Dallas for the second hill has gone out the window.
looks like the I don't. It could really go either way. I mean, you have both teams spawning in and pushing pretty hard right now. I think actually it's going to be favoring to Dallas. They are going to maintain and cap that. We've got probably going to be see a P3 rotation right outside smokestacks coming real soon. However, New York is in really good position. They've got really good map control here. If they can keep them boxing around that tire shop, it's going to put them in good position to make up some crucial points on this next hill.
Yep, well, Dallas is going to pick up the last this time. They are going to bring it in to about 10 seconds as Hill 3 is going to pop. And New York is already set up for this. They're mostly in position, and Dallas is going to have to run forward and break this. As they actually are going to pick up 3 kills, and they're going to clear out the hill, actually, as well all of New York goes down. So just like that, the hill is now Dallas. As the push is going to come in, Snoop is going to get into a gunfight up close. He will lose it, and the hardpoint will go back in favor of New York.
That was still a really, really good breakout by Dallas. I was a little bit nervous for him being boxed in like that, but they pushed out and they were able to kind of, I guess, reverse it on the other team. Now you've got New York, even though they are in good position for the hill here, they're able to maintain a pretty much 3/4 of the map, and if they can maintain that, that's gonna get them in good position going into, I believe, the office P4. And you already do see Dallas rotating and getting in good position for that.
Yep, Dallas is already set up inside the hill. They've given up the rotation for P3 as it looks like Snoop is going to pick up the last few seconds of this as the hill's going to pop. Down by 20 points, Dallas will start off. I completely lied, actually. New York is the one in the hill. I don't know what happened in the office here, but well, Dallas just kind of swept in, and Snoop just absolutely destroys everybody and then gets killed off by his teammate. But yep, Dallas inside the hard point again. They are going to make up this time, and you do see New York pushing in through the back door. As JT just picks up 3 kill. Oh, actually, third kill was a car explosion on his teammate, but that looked really nice for a second in the kill feed. As it looks like he is going to find a 4th player in front of him. He will actually not pick that one up. And instead, it looks like New York is going to be taking over this hard point for the last 20 or so seconds as all of Dallas has spawned out. Yes, Gucci has taken out the Scar again, actually, it looks like, and he is going to start picking up kills in the kill feed. As Dallas is set up for this P5, which will pop in a few seconds. New York is going to carry a 20-point lead into this hill. And here we go, new hill. And New York is now going to have to break this. So we do see right now, the push is coming in from the south end. Monroe picks up 3 kills. The freaking turret up above right now as he is going to pick up, oh, almost has a 4th. It says picked up by JT, but this is a great defensive hold coming in right now from Dallas. As we do have, I believe, that is Gucci has snuck up above. As all the kills are now going down in the middle. As we do have Thornbush is going to be top L right now as we are getting ready to go into our second set of rotations right now with Dallas in the lead, 130 to 111 right now. But New York is already set up on this first hard point, and the time will start taking their way as they begin to eat back at this lead.
I am back, Sync. I apologize for the absence there. As part of admin in the league, you know, it's kind of a never-ending job there. But watching right now, it does look like New York is holding P1. Doing a pretty good job. I came in lastly seeing Dallas with a really good P5 spawn hold. Well played on their part.
Yep, we do have, well, Dallas is all running around there right now inside the hard point as the spawn fight is going down. Dallas is spawning out on the left side of the map, though, and they are going to lose the fight for that P2 spawn right now, so they will be working towards getting this current hill time. As Row is set up outside here. Oh, wow. As the kill feed just lights up yellow. And Dallas is going to clean up all the kills as Row's on a tear right now. 4 in a row. And he's going to pick up a 5th up on the ladder. How did he even get that one? Somehow he's alive. On the 5 kill streak will finally drop right now as P2 has popped. and all of Dallas is now pushing their way, making their way across the map towards this back building. Yep, here we go. We do have guys coming up. And well, honestly, New York is just holding this one really solidly as they're just getting all the crucial kills. And any player who does actually make it through will not last that much longer. Yep, the hard point is going to go in favor of New York the remainder of this time. It looks like Dallas is going to choose to give this one up, as New York is leading now by about 20 or so points.
It does look like Dallas is in a good position for that smokestack P3 spawn. The question I have is, is New York going to be able to take that back from them and push them back? Actually, New York's cutting them up right now. It might be in really good position for them.
Yep, we do have JT picking up some kills around the mid-map. Dallas is actually just lighting up the kill feed. It's all yellow. Again, I feel like there's just really big swings right now where everything just goes in favor of Dallas, and then suddenly New York has a good setup that just can't be broken. But you do see New York players sneaking in from all angles as they're just pincering in on this hard point, and they will secure it. I mean, as I say that, actually, Thornbush answers with a pair of headshots.
Correct me if I'm wrong, if New York is able to win this one, it goes to game 5, yes?
Yes. New York is currently down 2-1. So yes, this will be a map 5 if New York takes this map, as they break the 200-point mark and they are marching their way towards this map victory. Gucci's putting in some shots from behind the concrete barrier. He will drop. Alt F4 will pick up another one. But the last of that scrap time will go to New York, and now the office is popped with Dallas inside. As they bringing it back. They're only down by about 40 points right now and bringing it back slowly. So all of New York is, wow, Thornbush. Wow, look at the kill feed. It's just all Dallas.
Dallas making up some lost ground here, trying to close the gap on that score. Coming into the P4 the P4 flag. Early rotation to that P5. I think you're going to see New York rotating and controlling the back half of that map.
Yep, we do have... Well, New York has actually broken through, and they have secured this hard point as Dallas is kind of fight their way back in. New York can win on this hard point. Oh, not anymore. So we are going to be going back to P5, and you can see Dallas is already set up for this fifth hill, for the fifth hill right now. So we are likely... I mean, the game will likely end on this one, actually.
I think going into this,
New York does.
You've got 9 points to go for New York to win, but you've got Dallas holding that P5 flag. I think you're going to see a little bit of a bloodbath going in here real soon.
Well, if you have Alt F4 cutting off the rotations like this, I don't think they'll have to worry too much about New York getting close, because he's got 3 spew right now, and he's looking for more players. But New York just can't get by him really. Oh, right as I say that, actually, I jinxed it. Cast our curse. But Dallas is holding strong right now. They are going to pick up... they picked about 30 seconds off this hill, and they're within 20 points. So this is big. As Gucci just goes in with a knife and takes that one before he drops down. But Dallas is still in the hard point. New York has failed to break through. New York is spawning out on the right side of the map.
I think this might actually come down to P1. It's going to come down to the wire here.
Yeah, well, I mean, Dallas is holding on the hill. As they're going to be 244, they won't be able to win it. So this will go back to the garage, and there's only 9. It's 1 point.
No matter what you say, I mean, what a comeback for Dallas, regardless of how this ends. Fantastic.
But actually,
holy smoke.
New York has to be on the hill right now.
So
Dallas
close.
has to get in.
Can he
it's
pull
contested.
it up? Dallas pulls that up.
52-49.
Well, holy smokes.
What?
Well played, Dallas. I cannot believe that. You had, what, a 20, 30-point deficit? They came back. 1 point game. What a way to end it. Holy smokes.
Look at these kills coming from right at the very end. I thought New York had that, and Alt F4 just slid in the back and snuck it through.
You know, each week I stream, each week I cast, I say that this is my favorite match I've watched, and each week our league members surprise me. They keep coming up with epic matchups. What a fantastic play. Hats off to both sides here. Holy smokes.
That was a huge win at the end by Dallas.
I think I smell a highlight reel for sure. to definitely going to make season 1 highlight reel. Well played, Dallas Flat Tire. Well played, New York.
Well, congratulations to Dallas. They take the series 3-1 and are your Division 4 champions. I mean, I guess we can make that a word now. Champions, we call this chumps. But yes, congratulations to Dallas as they take the win. And we will be back soon with our next matchup of the day. Actually, we could probably talk about this for a bit because we have some time. I do not believe the next match is ready to go.
I do feel I apologize, Sink. I had to step away unexpectedly. Just as you know, we wear many hats in the league. Had to take care of some business, but I did walk away. I did come back, luckily, to see that epic come from behind finish by Dallas. Holy smokes. 1 point game down to the wire. I thought New York had it. I mean, they were dug in. That point was just ticking down, and Dallas, they knew what they had to do. They kicked the door in and they kicked them out.
Yep, that was just an incredible ending. Like Dallas holding that fifth point for as long as they did to bring it all the way back up to 249. They needed 1 point, and then I thought they'd come so close and they would finish like just short of it from what was happening there because New York managed to win up that rounds.
That is
Wow.
what I just watched was a Disney Channel movie ending to any sports movie. You know what I'm talking about, too. That was absolutely entertaining to watch. I did miss and I apologize, Sync. I did miss the couple hills leading up to it. Give me some highlights, some good plays. What kind of shifted the balance in New York's favor?
Well, I mean, the big thing there originally was well, New York did manage to get some good holds coming in on the third and fourth hills. The office was pretty well fought over, but they did secure a lot of that hill time on the third hill, and that put them in the lead, and that put them basically within position to win. But the map four or the hill 4 to 5 rotation just went in Dallas's favor, and New York really just couldn't crack it. You had Alta 4 playing the cutoff man and doing an amazing job out in the middle, just kind of shutting down all the different possible angles of attack really that could come out of New York. And Dallas held essentially the full 60 seconds and then went in 1 point off of victory. And that's all they needed.
Well played, Dallas. Well played. That was epic.
Meanwhile, on the Bravo side, we do have a completion for Division 2 chumps as we had Florida Muteteers sweeping LAG 3-0. So congratulations to Florida. They're our Division 2 chumps, as is Dallas for Division 4. Congratulations.
I do want to give some shout outs to man, I can't talk tonight. Strack and Shire. I do see a lot of the chat you guys are putting out there. Really, really good sportsmanship. Championship aside, it really does come down to the fact that we're all here to have fun. Anyone watching who isn't a part of the league, who might be thinking, I think I could take these guys one on one, whatever. Just know this is a league for casual players to come together, do organized play, and yeah, we are here for bragging rights. But at the end of the day, we're all here to have fun. We're all league members. We all take care of each other, and so hats off to you two. I see some really solid play, really solid commentating back and forth. You guys are gentlemen. You have my respect.
And that is going to be it for our Division 4 match. And we will be back soon with Division A, which I believe Minnesota did win the qualifying match prior to this. So this will be Dallas versus Minnesota as our Division A match, as our final match of the day and our final match of the season, actually. So stay tuned. We will be back soon.